Hello, this is my March wrap up and haul and my April viewer's choice. First of all, I will show you the books I will feature in this video, and it's actually quite a large amount. Yeah, quite a few. Now, I'm not going to hold these here now any longer because I'm going to drop them on the floor. So, first of all, I'll start with a wrap up of what I've read during March. And that begins with the last book of the First Law Trilogy by Joe Abercrombie, which is the last argument of Kings. I've already done a review of these and talked about them, so I'm not going to go particularly in depth. They were good books. The third, as I said in my review, did personally let the trilogy down a bit, and it did indeed leave it open for possibly future book. Now, the set of books I read this month is the viewer's choice from last month, of course, which is the Hitchhiker's Guide books. Now, like I previously stated in my viewer's choice, the first book has I'll show you, a sticker collection in the front page, which you can take out and you can attach them to the front of each book, which obviously I'm not going to do because it would be pretty much a crime, but you could do it. I'm going to do a review of these within a week, I think, of this video going up. But suffice to say, the first book is brilliant, the second is almost as brilliant, the third is almost as good as that, and basically the fifth is still okay, but it's not quite the same as the first one. I mean, the first is truly original and truly mad. As a result, it's easily the best, and I know a lot of people say this. The others are all good, but they slightly, I mean, they've still got the same writer, of course, but the thing about it that, I know, just loses a bit of magic out of them, so to speak, which is a shame. The last book I've read, and I've only just finished reading it, is H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. I read this because of the Classics Club that Scott Place started, and is now being managed by the Owl's Perch. And it's a really good book, which I knew it would be. This is also, as well as a book that I read this month, this is also the first book of my haul, which includes 4 books in total. So yeah, I've read 6 books and I bought 4, so doing well. The next 2 books that I bought this month were Rainbow D. Forest again, and it is The King's Buccaneer and Prince of the Blood. This is the Sons of Condor duo, and it's another part of the Raymond D. Forest Rift War cycle, as it is officially known. I'm trying to buy all of these books before the publisher decides to change the covers or something, as there seems to be a slight habit of that going around lately. So I'm trying to buy them, and indeed buy the entire series before they change the covers, because that would be extremely annoying, obviously. Now, the next book is not exactly a normal book, it's actually a graphic novel. And Anna, this is a book that I would mention that would interest you, as you say a quote from this at the end of every single video you do. And that would be Serenity, the Shepherd's Tale. This is an amazing graphic novel. Hopefully you can see this. This is the tale of Shepherd Buck, as he's known in the series. It's written by Joss Whedon with Zach Whedon, which is his brother, and Chris Samney again. This is the third graphic novel based on the Serenity Firefly series that he made, that was sadly cancelled. And it explains the backstory to Shepherd Buck, whom in the series You know that he's got a odd backstory, but you never know what it is. And unfortunately, because the series was axed so quickly, you never got time to learn his backstory. But it actually gets explained in this, and this is Joss Whedon as well. So this is the official backstory for him. So if the series had continued, this is what presumably you would have had explained in the actual television series. Now, finally onto the viewer's choice. This month I'm going to try and choose books that are a bit more difficult to decide between. As the previous 2 months I've chosen books where one book has been rather, well, not more popular, but more well known than the other, probably, especially amongst the booktube community. So this time I've chosen books that both of them are popular and are featured in tags and things. So this time it should be a lot harder. So the 2 choices are His Dark Materials Trilogy by Philip Pullman, which contains the Northern Lights, or as it's known in America, the Golden Compass, the Subtle Knife, and the Amber Spyglass. So you can choose this trilogy, which I know is mentioned in several tags and things. Other choice is an author that is always very popular, and indeed I like him, Neil Gaiman. So these are 4 books of his. I mean, they're not obviously part of the series, of course. So I'm going to say, that is a trilogy. I'm going to say choose 2 of these books, maybe 3. So basically, list these 4 books if you choose these 4, in what order you'd like me to read them in, and I'll try to read as many of them as I find time for. The books are American Gods, Anansi Boys, I think that's how you pronounce it. I mean, it's spelled all that way. The Graveyard Book, and finally Stardust, which is the thinnest of the 4. So yeah, choose between Neil Gaiman and Philip Pullman, His Dark Materials Trilogy. I suspect this might be a bit of a tighter choice than my other 2 ones, which were fairly heavy, one-sided. Should be interesting to see. So that's it for March, and indeed for my viewer's choice. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing the books that I've read and got, and indeed plan to read. And please let me know which books you'd like me to read. So the choices again are Philip Pullman, His Dark Materials, and Neil Gaiman books. Anyway, that's it for the video. I will see you another day. Bye for now.